Yo dudes, and welcome to Star Trek Bridge Crew. Oh, this is amazing. I've been wanting to play this game for quite a long time, since it came out. I don't actually have oh, that looks amazing. I haven't actually got a consumer Oculus, but I've got my old DK2 out, and I've tweaked a few things and it seems to be working. I'm using a Steam controller, so I don't have the touch, but it still looks brilliant. Okay, what should we do? Let's do the training. Wow, I'm the captain.
Welcome to the Starfleet Training Simulator.
Hello.
Our system is currently configured to train command crew of Aegis-class starships. Here you may learn about the roles and responsibilities of each officer on the bridge, and how to operate all of the controls of their command stations. Feel free to experiment and get comfortable with the ship here in the simulator before moving on to the real thing.
Okay, so let's try Helm.
As helmsman, you are the ship's navigator, responsible for maneuvering the ship and navigating within and between star systems. Your crew depends on you to get the ship wherever needed, to avoid collisions with hazards in space, and to maneuver for tactical advantage in combat situations.
Okay, alright, so on the controller, left stick seems to do the left hand, and the right stick does the right hand. That controls pretty well. I quite like that. Okay, so was it 6 topics? Okay, so
your local map can be used to mark ships and objects as waypoints, to check your proximity to hazards, and gauge when you are close to being detected by hostiles. Touch any target on the map to select it.
I'm out of range, I think. Okay. Oh, and the triggers, left and right trigger. Was that it? Was that the whole objective? Okay. Maneuvering. Okay,
your
good stuff.
basic maneuvering controls allow you to give the ship forward or reverse thrust, to steer the ship to port or starboard, and to move the ship up or down on its vertical axis. The amount of thrust you can give depends on the amount of power your chief engineer allocates to engines. The more power your engines have, the more responsive the ship will be. Maneuvering controls are only available when your local map view is active.
Okay.
The throttle controls your speed and also allows you to reverse or make a full stop.
Ooh, what's up? Update, is that... Obviously goes up, down... No? Am I going up and down? Oh, it's like the... It's like going up and down, strafing, rather than tilting. Okay. Increase the speed of the ship. Oh, this would be so good if I had a Oculus Touch. I've got Leap Motion, but apparently that doesn't work. Okay.
Your ship's impulse drive allows you to travel quickly between planets and other points of interest within a star system. To travel via impulse, you will first need to plot a course by choosing a destination on the impulse map. Once the course is plotted, you will then need to align your ship with the appropriate heading and engage the impulse drive. Be aware, the impulse drive cannot be engaged unless the chief engineer has allocated sufficient power. Select any point of interest in the star system to plot a course to that destination.
Oh.
Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
Okay, so I've got to do 180. This is really cool. Well, why do I look like I'm going really high?
Grab and push your throttle to engage the impulse drive.
Yeah.
The ship's computer will automatically follow the course you plotted.
Oh, gone off course. Here we go. Engage. It's not warp, but it still looks amazing. Done. Okay, right, we're
ship's warp drive can distort space around the ship to propel it faster than light across the vast distances between star systems. The tremendous amount of energy needed for warp travel will require you to coordinate closely with the chief engineer. To travel by warp, it is your responsibility to plot a course by selecting a star system on your warp map. When the course is plotted, you will need to align the ship with the proper heading. Before you can enter warp, your chief engineer will have to prepare the ship and charge the warp coils. Open your warp map now. Select a star system to plot a course to it. Now return to the local view and steer the ship to line up with your plotted course.
You said that. Okay, again, I'm nearly getting this.
Push your throttle to engage the warp drive.
This is
The
the
warp
moment.
coils can only remain charged for a limited time. The chief engineer will prepare the ship for warp again.
Oh, I missed it! 'Cause he was talking. Oh, man. Oh, God. Okay.
Various systems of the ship affect how easily other vessels can detect the Aegis. The Aegis is designed to avoid detection at ranges where other Federation vessels would be easily visible to another ship's sensors. As helmsman, the more thrust you are using, the farther away the Aegis can be detected. On your local map, you'll see a ring that expands and contracts as the ship's signature increases or decreases. When other ships come within that ring, they will detect the Aegis.
Aegis. Okay. And last, probably least. Ah, help overlay. Oh, that is helpful. Ah, okay. Cool. Why is it not done? Ah. Oh, cool, we're done. That's cool.
As the tactical officer, you are in charge of the ship's weapons,
I'm over here now.
fences, and scanners. In combat situations, you must coordinate with the rest of
Aye.
the bridge crew to protect the ship and deal with any threats to it.
Spinny
But you
chair.
also have a crucial role in non-combat situations. It is the tactical officer's responsibility to scan nearby ships and other objects in the environment to reveal vital information about them.
Okay, oh, there's 10 objectives this time.
In order to scan anything or to fire on it, you must first target it. To select a target, simply select the appropriate icon on your map. Once you've selected a target, a display will show all currently known information about your selection. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Target. Okay, so I probably won't get through all of these. Let's do the more interesting ones, like torpedoes.
Photon torpedoes are a devastating weapon.
Yes,
They
they
can
are.
automatically track a moving target and deliver heavy damage on impact. However, before you can fire them, you must first give the order to arm them. Arm your torpedoes now. Each torpedo tube takes time to load. Your supply of torpedoes for any mission is limited, so use them wisely. Target the nearby ship and fire torpedoes at it.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Nah, I'm just gonna do one when it's ready. 3, 2, 1. Fire! Hey! Rapid fire. That's cool. Phases are probably the same. Transporter.
Your ship is equipped with standard transporters for beaming objects or personnel aboard from other vessels or locations. Transporting first requires the tactical officer to scan the target vessel or location. If any mission-critical items or personnel to transport, the target will appear on the transporter interface. It will take time to acquire a lock-on before you can beam, and you must remain in range for the lock to succeed. The transporter cannot penetrate through your ship's own shields or those of another ship, so you must coordinate with Tactical to make sure your shields are down when you need to transport. If you are attempting to beam something from a hostile vessel, your crew will first have to disable its shields. Activate the transporter interface. Target a nearby ship by tapping its icon on the map.
Okay. Oh, there's my ship.
Select the damaged ship from the list of targets. Lock onto the survivors aboard the ship to prepare for transport. To lock on, your ship must be in transport range and unshielded.
So
the target's shield, if any, must also be down.
6 bays, just like the series. Are they going to come in here?
You have transporter lock on the survivors.
Energize.
Give the order to energize. The survivors are now safely aboard the Aegis, but you can only transport 6 at a time. Anytime there are more than 6 targets to transport from a single vessel, you will need to perform multiple transport cycles.
Okay, so we don't have to keep doing that. Okay, what else? Anything else interesting? Shields, I suppose.
As tactical officer, you have control over raising and lowering the ship's shields. When raised, the shields will charge up to maximum strength over time. They are your best defense against damage to the ship. When shields are lowered, or down to 0 strength, any damage to the ship may cause serious harm to onboard systems, or even loss of life to your crew. When shields are raised, the chief engineer can direct power to them to increase their effectiveness. Raise the shields now. There is a delay while power is channeled into the shield emitters before the shields come online. In a combat situation, remember that you need to raise shields before the enemy fires.
Okay. That'll do for tactical. Should we try engineer?
As chief engineer, you support all other members of the bridge crew by keeping the Aegis operating in top condition. You monitor vital status information about the ship's systems, allocate power needed for maneuvering and combat, and manage the ship's power grid to compensate for damage or boost its capabilities. You also manage the ship's repair teams and keep an eye on how visible the Aegis is to other ships in the area.
Okay, there's only 7 here. Okay, so power
How you allocate power determines how effective each of those systems is. As situations change, you'll need to communicate with the rest of the crew to keep them supplied with power and to anticipate when to make critical adjustments. One of your most essential responsibilities as chief engineer is to distribute available power between each of the ship's major systems. Try giving maximum power to engines now. Now try giving maximum power to shields. You will have to reduce power to other systems first.
I like detail in game. I do like games as well where you just go, oh, warp and you travel and it's all quick, but I like this. It's a team effort. Repairing systems.
When the ship sustains damage, it's up to you to deploy repair crews and get critical systems back in working order. You have a limited number of crews available. You may send multiple crews to repair a single system faster, or you may spread them out to work on multiple systems at once.
Nice.
Activate your repair controls now. We have simulated damage to your phaser banks and scanners.
Okay.
Assign repair crews to both systems to get them back to full working condition.
Oh, I have to click it every time? Ah, so 100% I'll send them over to the phaser.
Sensor array restored.
No point, but...
Phaser
Okay,
array
cool.
restored.
Yeah! Awesome. What else? Ship signature, we sort of went over that. Warp, we've gone over that. System display. Okay, let's have a look at Captain.
As captain, you are in overall command of the crew. It is your responsibility to communicate with and to coordinate the actions of the other officers on the bridge. You'll receive important updates on mission status, and also have direct control of the main view screen.
Nice. Okay, well, it's 12 here. Okay.
As captain, you can answer a hail when messages from Starfleet or other ships are received. If the message is accompanied by video, it will be displayed on the main view screen. Answer the incoming hail now.
Oh.
Aegis, this is Captain Uku of USS Huxley. Our system checks are complete. We're ready to go. We'll stand by and follow you out when you're ready.
Awesome. Okay. External view.
At any time while on the bridge, you can use an external view to see what is going on outside and around the ship. Hold the external view button now.
Wow. Oh, that's awesome. That's really cool. I love that.
As captain, you can access basic information about your ship's status. Open your status displays now. The status information available to you is helpful, but no substitute for the more detailed knowledge of your chief engineer.
Oh, cool, so I can see what he's allocating power to. Okay, brilliant. What else we got? Local map, went over that.
When playing alone, or with AI members of the command crew, the captain gives orders to the AI officers. To give an order to a specific officer, look at them and use the orders system to select from the available commands. Remember, some commands will first require that you select a target or destination. Try ordering your chief engineer to prioritize power to engines. Some orders apply to the entire crew. To access these orders, look towards the central console in front of you. First, select the closest ship from your local map. Then try ordering the crew to investigate it.
Oh. Oh, wait. Circle. Look at engineering select. Oh, okay. So power to engines.
Open the local map view.
Ah, now it's target. Okay, now you look there and
Following the target. New target locked.
here we go.
Scanning.
Look behind that box.
Scan complete.
Awesome. Okay, what else? Take over AI.
Sometimes, as captain, you may wish to take temporary control over another command station. This allows you to perform any of the functions of that role. Then return to the captain's chair when ready. You cannot, however, take control of a station currently being operated by another player. To take control of another station, look at any of your AI command crew and activate orders mode. Now choose the Take Over option. You can return to the captain's chair at any time by tapping the orders mode button again.
Ah, awesome. Done. Okay, cool. Red alert.
In emergency situations, you can sound a red alert to notify your ship's crew. If you are playing with an AI as tactical officer, she will interpret a red alert as a request to prepare for combat. Try activating red alert now.
Ah, it's the big red button. Cool. I'm not sure there's actually... No, it's the end. Okay, so that was the training. I've got the hang of all the positions now. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to playing this properly. Maybe do some campaign missions or just some, you know, online play. I might play with anyone if they've got it. So yeah, cheers guys, thanks for watching it. If you liked it, please leave a like. If you liked it more than that, please subscribe. Cheers guys, thank you. Bye-bye.